The hate crime in question is the brutal killing of Marwa El-Sherbini, a 32-year-old pregnant Egyptian woman. She was stabbed to death 18 times in a German courtroom last week. The killer was sued by Marwa for harassing her, calling her a terrorist and an Islamic. In Egypt, the case has provoked angry protests, but German officials stress this was an isolated incident of hate crime and does not reflect its wider society. While the German authorities focus on court security, we ask, what about the underlying problem, the motivation behind the attack?
Marwa El-Sherbini's life and tragic death serve as a poignant narrative of dignity, faith, and the brutal consequences of intolerance and Islamophobia. From her roots in Egypt to her untimely demise in a German courtroom, El-Sherbini's story is emblematic of the struggles faced by Muslims, especially Muslim women, in a world where prejudice and bigotry often overshadow justice and humanity. Marwa El-Sherbini was born on October 7, 1977, in Alexandria, Egypt. She grew up in a middle-class family that valued education and faith. El-Sherbini excelled academically, a testament to her intelligence and determination. After completing her secondary education, she pursued a degree in pharmacy at Alexandria University, one of the leading institutions in Egypt. Her choice of profession reflected her desire to contribute positively to society and improve the health and well-being of others. In 2005, El-Sherbini married Elwi Ali Okaz, a geneticist. The couple's shared commitment to academic excellence and societal contribution led them to move to Germany, where Okaz was pursuing a doctoral degree in genetic engineering. In 2008, they welcomed their son, Mustafa, into the world. The family settled in Dresden, a city known for its historical and cultural significance, but also, as it turned out, for underlying currents of xenophobia and racism. Marwa El-Sherbini's life in Germany mirrored the experiences of many Muslim immigrants, striving to balance integration with the preservation of their cultural and religious identities. Despite the challenges, El-Sherbini was an active and engaged member of her community. She continued her professional work in pharmacy and made significant efforts to learn German and understand the local culture. Her hijab, a symbol of her Islamic faith, became an integral part of her identity. The hijab, while a personal and religious choice for many Muslim women, often becomes a focal point for prejudice and discrimination in Western societies. El-Sherbini faced such challenges firsthand. Her hijab symbolized not only her faith, but also her resilience in the face of adversity. It was this symbol that drew the ire of Alex Wiens, a German of Russian descent, leading to a confrontation that would tragically alter the course of her life. In August 2008, Marwa El-Sherbini encountered Alex Wiens at a playground in Dresden. During this encounter, Alex Wiens verbally assaulted her, calling her a terrorist and other derogatory terms solely based on her wearing the hijab. El-Sherbini, determined to stand up against such blatant bigotry, decided to take legal action against him. Her decision was not only a personal stand, but also a broader statement against the growing tide of Islamophobia. The court found Alex Wiens guilty of defamation and fined him €780. Dissatisfied with the verdict, Alex Wiens appealed the decision, leading to a second hearing in July 2009. El-Sherbini, accompanied by her husband and 3-year-old son, attended the hearing with the hope that justice would be served. What transpired in that courtroom was beyond anyone's worst fears. On July 1, 2009, during the appeal hearing, Alex Wiens launched a vicious attack on Marwa El-Sherbini, stabbing her 18 times in front of her husband, child, and several court officials. Her husband, Elwi Ali Okaz, rushed to her defense and was himself severely injured, mistakenly shot by a security officer who misidentified him as the attacker. The brutality of the attack, the presence of their young son, and the setting of the courtroom, a place meant to symbolize justice and protection, made the incident even more horrific. Marwa El-Sherbini succumbed to her injuries, leaving behind a grieving husband and a traumatized child. Her murder was not just a personal tragedy, but a significant marker of the severe consequences of unchecked hatred and prejudice.
'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unchecked hatred and prejudice. 'Unche
The murder of Marwa El-Sherbini sent shockwaves across the globe, particularly in the Muslim world. In Egypt, her death sparked widespread outrage and mourning. The Egyptian media extensively covered her story, highlighting her as a martyr who died defending her faith and dignity. Her funeral in Alexandria was attended by thousands, including high-ranking officials and members of the public, who expressed their condolences and solidarity. In Germany, the incident prompted soul-searching and debate about the state of integration and the prevalence of Islamophobia in society. Many Germans were horrified by the murder and its implications, leading to public demonstrations against racism and xenophobia. However, the initial muted response from some quarters of the Western media was criticized, with many feeling that the coverage did not adequately reflect the gravity of the crime and its underlying issues of racial and religious intolerance. Following the attack, Alex Weens was arrested and charged with murder. During his trial, it became clear that Weens harbored deep-seated xenophobic and Islamophobic views. He showed no remorse for his actions, and his defense team argued unsuccessfully that he was mentally unstable. The court found him guilty of premeditated murder and sentenced him to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The conviction of Weens was a critical moment in the legal response to hate crimes in Germany. It underscored the importance of addressing the root causes of such extreme violence, including the pervasive issues of racism and xenophobia. The trial also highlighted the need for better security measures in courtrooms and more robust protection for victims of hate crimes. The media plays a crucial role in shaping public perceptions and narratives. In the case of Marwa El-Sherbini, many in the Muslim community felt that Western media outlets did not give her murder the attention it deserved, especially when compared to other high-profile crimes. This perceived disparity in media coverage is reflective of broader biases, where crimes against Muslims might not receive the same level of scrutiny or condemnation. The lack of adequate media coverage became a point of contention and a rallying cry for more equitable and fair reporting on issues affecting Muslims. The murder of Marwa El-Sherbini also brought attention to the effectiveness of legal and institutional frameworks in protecting individuals from hate crimes. The fact that she was killed in a courtroom, a place that should epitomize justice and security, was particularly frightening. It raised serious questions about the adequacy of measures in place to protect victims of hate crimes and the responsibilities of authorities in preventing such tragedies. For many Muslims, this incident highlighted the need for more proactive efforts to combat Islamophobia at both the societal and institutional levels. The legacy of Marwa El-Sherbini continues to inspire many within the Muslim community and beyond. Her story is a powerful reminder of the human cost of prejudice and the importance of standing up against hatred in all its forms. It calls for a collective effort to address the underlying causes of Islamophobia and to create societies where everyone, regardless of their faith or background, can live with dignity and security. Her memory is honored through various initiatives, including scholarships in her name and programs aimed at fostering intercultural dialogue and understanding. These efforts serve as a testament to her enduring impact in the ongoing struggle for a more just and inclusive world. Marwa El-Sherbini's life and death are a profound testament to the dignity and resilience of the human spirit in the face of hatred and bigotry. From her roots in Egypt to her tragic end in a German courtroom, her story highlights the severe consequences of Islamophobia and the urgent need for societal change. Her legacy continues to inspire efforts towards justice, understanding, and protection for all individuals, regardless of their faith. El-Sherbini's murder is not just a personal tragedy, but a call to action for greater justice, understanding, and protection for all individuals. It underscores the resilience and strength of the Muslim community in the face of adversity and continues to inspire efforts towards a more just and inclusive world. The story of Marwa El-Sherbini will forever remain a poignant reminder of the work that remains to be done in combating prejudice and promoting a world where no one has to fear for their life because of their beliefs or identity.